iamtheratio presents Beautiful, Not So Dangerous. A Kaizo hack that is not as hard as Beautiful Dangerous. The idea here is to make simple jumps fun. Hope he succeeds. Ratio. What's up, Noah? Should have that do something. Oh, this is nice. That's a beautiful world map. Start select to exit any level. Midways are automatically saved. Tutorial that way. Alright. Well, I doubt I need it, but let's check out the tutorial. Coin guide. Jump on gold. Spin jump on blue. Throw on green. Mario solid block. Sprite solid block. Sprite killer. Invisible note block. Invisible coin block. Death block. And there's a 1FCR I can barely see against the background. Alright. I'm learning so far how this works. They all have mustaches. That's adorable. Adventure awaits. And all of the Koopas have mustaches. Oh, that's pretty nifty. I must ask you a question. Oops. Pfft. Well, can't have them all, win them all. Yeah, I was in a bit of a Kaizo mood. It was one of those, I wasn't sure if I wanted to play more Shivers or do something else. I looked in the moderation queue, and there really wasn't anything that grabbed my eye. I'd consider doing the Bandicoot hack, but honestly, I just don't want to be on the hook for a 70+ exit hack right now. I got both of the other ones. Oh, yellow moves like that. I forgot about that. I got both those other ones out the door. I don't know if I need this still, but I'm going to keep it with me, just in case. Clearly I needed it. I misread that entirely. And a while ago, not too long ago, like a couple days ago, like Juz released a video playing this, and I'm like, oh, I should watch this. And then I'm like, ah, wait. No, this looks fun. I should play this. So. Okay, thing we learned. Not gonna get me immediately. Ow. It's a bit of an odd little circle here, but I do kind of like the jump. I also considered trying to beat Shivers, but I was just like, I'm kind of tired for that. I had some indigestion, and I wasn't terribly happy about most things. So, I had to pick something to do, because it is Thursday, and I generally stream on Thursdays. We'll be, streaming tomorrow, but I might need to tell Matt that I'll be a little bit late. I have an obligation that I didn't have. I now have an obligation I didn't have a little bit ago. I need to make some cookies tomorrow, and the only time that's really gonna work, because I'm still waiting on my butter to soften, will be, like, tomorrow around 9 p.m. So. I knew it! It's always the jump before you finish that gets you. Oof. But anyway. That should be nice. I'm going to a birthday party of a 79-year-old man. I said I'd bring cookies, so I will. Okay, no swimming. Not that either. Keep thinking maybe I can just jump on the dolphin. Maybe I can just jump on the dolphin. That. Ah. I need the regular jump onto the block first? Also, it's a groovy track. Very relaxing. Yeah, I do, because the height of that. Way too late. Or early, way too early. I needed to juice out some time there. Squeeze out some time. Juice, no. I mean, technically juice and squeeze are somewhat synonymous, but still. Juice has many other unfortunate connotations that squeeze does not. I did it with style and aplomb. Who needs the well when you can just jump on the shell? Oops. I mentioned how much I love the I now know where I am off-screen ASM. It's a beautiful thing. Thank you for the H. Are these semi-solids? I believe so. Oh, I need P-speed. I thought this obstacle was too good to be true. That was a spin jump. Honestly, just relaxing me way too much. Which is good. I just need to relax a little bit. Yeah, just chill. Oop. Ow, that was the end of level 2, wasn't it? I might not be able to talk much on this level, just this music's just chilling me out too much. I think I might be a little bit behind. Yep, called it. Always the last jump you expect. Always. But yeah, do want to finish Shivers. I had a couple ideas. I went and looked back at the VOD and I realized a couple of really important things. Monochromatic Attic. Monochromatic Attic. Huh. Kind of rhymes. Oh. Oh, are these? Oh, goodness. Okay, so they time out from when you touch them. So these aren't like DKC ropes. This isn't nearly as bad as I thought it would be. Ah. Now I'm wondering if there are, in fact, portraits in every level, as is most Kaizos want to do. Because that up there sure looks suspicious to me. Though admittedly I probably should have continued forward in the level rather than sandbagging right there. I also solved an interesting mystery relating to the video quality when capturing VGA. It turns out the capture device and OBS disagree about resolutions. Oh, this is... okay, yeah, it is. Who's this, then? Wait. Oh, it's a... what? Is this a... was this a red one on the map? That's a ghost house. Of course it has 2 exits. There's a friggin' ghost house. That's how the ghost houses work. I never know with these ghosties. Oh, whoops. I need to bump. Do the bumpty dance. Come on, do the bumpty dance. Oh, whoops. Good musical choices in this. Very good musical choices. Very calm today, I don't know. Didn't get everything I wanted done. But a decent chunk of the day just hanging out with Fisk a bit. Whoops. End up watching a good chunk of the group stage of League World Finals. Not quite the finals, but you know. Closer. Which is okay. I don't recognize a lot of the champs being played, so it's kind of nice whenever I see one. Then like, oh, Rise. I know how Rise works. Mostly. I haven't played League in like dang near 10 years, so... no, I mean not quite 10 years, but... probably somewhere in the vicinity of like... 8, 7. Come over here. Thank you, boo. Yeah, I guess I was assuming portrait rooms, but no. Secondary exit. Wonder where this is gonna take me. Ooh, a Switch Palace. Those are always fun. Green Switch Palaces, even. We got wrap. Bean wrap. Oh. I couldn't tell that was a death block. Oops. Sometimes you just need to run for it. Still love the mustaches. I just need to run off that, okay. Sometimes paying attention to your surroundings can be critical to solving puzzles. Oh yeah, so incredibly useful things I noticed. It turns out that the red door appears to have a panel to the left of it that I was completely blind to. Which I think answers the question about what am I supposed to do about the red door, because I'm not, like, going and finding a switch somewhere else, it's one next to the door. Which does, in fact, solve the problem. I think. We'll find out. The other issue is... There's a couple other issues, really. But that one will alleviate an awful lot of stress, because now I won't have to use the elevator, assuming I understand it correctly, which hopefully I do at this point. Huh? Oh, it was a troll. I understand what I did wrong there. I should have just gone for the pit, because it was a wraparound. The green bean trick is a weird trick, when you really get down to it. Jump over. Yeah, it was a troll. Well, I got a midway. That looks like a switch, but should I trust it? Ah, I can trust it. Oh, look at that yump. I destroyed that green switch. It was necessary. Alright, back into the Monochromatic Attic. It's interesting because it doesn't feel like those words should rhyme, but they clearly do. Chromatic and attic. Oh, whoops. Gotta hold my B. Oh. Not dead yet. Okay. Catch my regrab. Ride this dude. And not mess up. Hey, look at that. It's like I know how to Kaizo or something. Oh, yeah, that dying helped a lot there. The way they were sunk before was very unideal. I'm gonna just chill. Nope. What this track's from? I say this a lot. I can easily look it up. There's the tool for it. But sometimes it's more interesting to not know. No. Right. Can't rush. No rushing. I don't really like Russian Russian salad dressing. Sauerkraut. Oh, not sauerkraut. Ah. No, it was bad. Horseradish just doesn't sit well with me. I don't know why. It's one of those, by all accounts, I should like it, but in general, I just find the taste unappealing. Like beef dip sandwiches. They're always like, oh, prime rib with horseradish. And I'm like, can I get it without that? Oh. Like, it's not something you really want in my book, but... Ever tried red horseradish versus white? I have not. I mean, usually when it comes to horseradish, it's like a condiment, not like, here's an actual horseradish, have fun eating it. So, no idea on that front. But I could imagine it's one of those cases where trying the real thing makes a huge difference. Like wasabi, I don't care much for, like, regular old wasabi, but, like, I like the idea of getting good wasabi at some point in my life. Like, go to a proper place, you know, like Tokyo or something that actually, like, grinds their own wasabi. Ah, okay. Too busy thinking about horseradishes to Kaizo now. Still a condiment? Okay, interesting. So it's like one of those cases where you have like different classes of mustard. Like you've got the English mustard, the yellow mustard, the Dijon mustard, the honey mustard. Colonel Mustard has beet in it. What? Beet? Beet. Beets. Beet. I mean, I like beet well enough. Not sure it would make me want to eat horseradish, but... Oh, I'm still nerd sniped on that. So, like, you buy this in the store and it just has beet in it? You got the secret exit, right? I indeedly do. I indeedly did. Kaizo trickery. Minimal. Look at that pipe without cutoff. Isn't it beautiful? It's a moderator gonna play so few hacks that don't have cutoff sometimes. Just has beet in it. It's a Jewish thing? Oh, today I learned. Getting close to Passover? I feel like I saw some kosher grape juice the other day on a normal store shelf. I'm not sure they always have it all the time, but one of those things. Above the waves. Nope. Oh. I don't keep very good track of the Jewish calendar. It's near Easter. Ah, okay. I either got very lucky or very unlucky. I did play an explicitly Jewish game last year. Who Stole Hanukkah, which was kind of interesting as a game to play around Christmas. What I learned is, really, Hanukkah is not a very important holiday in Judaism. Celebrating a relatively minor miracle. Compared, of course, to, you know, Christmas. The exact dates for Christmas are debated. I'm way too slow. Now on the holidays? Yeah, exactly. Yom Kippur is much more important. This might be a case where I kind of blame it on Adam Sandler. Because we had the Hanukkah song growing up, because there weren't, you know, because we had the Hanukkah song. It was an MP3 we had. Which is fun. So I can only think of, like, one Hanukkah song, period. There we go. For Hanukkah is a celebration? I thought it was a celebration of the miracle involving lamp oil. Could we go a beard? Huh. Will it be a... Oh, God! Okay, I wasn't ready for that. I expected these things to behave normally. Oops. The ones aside with Rome lost. Ah. Well, Who Stole Hanukkah may have, in fact, not entirely told me the entire truth. Unsurprising. These are weird. Yeah, that's the oil thing. Is this imposter? Pat doesn't play Kaizo. Some days I do, Fries. Some days I do. I want to play something just... not easy, but, like, chill. This is chill. There we go. I saw Juzz's playthrough on YouTube. It's a miracle with the lamp burning that probably happened. There's truth, the original origin, aside from miracles. Okay. Yeah, it was all about the lamp oil. And assorted random things like learning how to play dreidel. It was a very silly game. You know, it was basically one... Oh, In Bloom. Huh, Nirvana. It's an edutainment title designed for Jewish children. Like, you can't expect that much from it. Oops. Dreidel just gambling? I know! It's not even very good gambling. You don't actually have any input into how it ends. It's not like blackjack. It's literally more akin to roulette. Oh. Like, But it was part of the learning process. We had to learn how dreidel works. Learned us some Hebrew lettering for good measure. I really should get that VOD like finished up and put online at some point. It's been sitting there since Christmas last year. There was some reason I didn't want to, and I don't remember why. It wasn't like a bad thing. It was more of a just like I got distracted and didn't finish it. Hey, look, it's free. Oh. Oh, sup? Read Hebrew, yeah. I mean, learning characters not pronounced for certain languages is not that hard, provided the syllabary is relatively small, but still something we're doing. Hello, Raiders. Always good time to have a handbrake whenever Raiding Cup people show up. What's up, Panda RF? What's up, DJ NB? How y'all doing? Thank you for the raid. Hope the stream was good. What we up to? Played the.smc. Oh, nice. Coronation Day. See them off by different characters. Ah. Thank you, Fries. I was about to do that myself. It was fun until it wasn't. Yeah, that's been my experience too. I played a little bit of it during the C3 stream, and I was like, okay, it's kind of fun. And then I got stuck in a loop because I'm really bad at dodging. Wait, what? You know, it told me that. But yeah, basically got stuck in a bad loop. And I think there's like fun stuff to be found in it, but you kind of want to argue the whole thing, so it's kind of eh. I've played it on a few occasions. Nope. Fries is great at this. You ever see The Simpsons where they're telling a story about Lisa? How Lisa came to be? Or Maggie. Maggie makes 3, I think it is. Maybe it was. No, maybe it was Lisa. I think it was Lisa. Anyway, either way, it doesn't matter. But basically, Homer, having paid off all of his debt, decides to get a job at the bowling alley, which has always been his dream. And then he has to go and talk to the guy at the bowling alley since he's having another kid. It's like, Homer, you do a great job, but I just can't afford you to pay you more. The bowling alley doesn't bring in that much these days. Like, what if I doubled your business? Could you give me a raise then? He's like, yeah, if you can, but... So Homer reads a few different marketing books. Not very well, but he tries his best and comes up with a solution. Where he grabs a shotgun, points it up in the air, and shoots it and yells, "Bowling! Get your bowling! Bowling!" That's Fries. But you have to admit, it gets attention. Played Le Mario Spretel before Coronation Day. That was awesome. Oh, nice. Oh, I've heard of that one. I haven't heard of most. Wait, that was a red dot, wasn't it? I didn't see anything. I'll try again. How did I get tricked here? Hey! Oh, no, I was excited about cheese. Gotta be a pipe somewhere. An accessible pipe. Oof. But I love that bit for The Simpsons because Lisa then says, "Mom, make Dad tell it right." She says, he is telling it right. One of the top 10 Marge suffering moments of all time. Didn't see... I'm still not seeing anything. Actually, I have an idea. It's not a very good one, though. No, there's no way I can make that work. Can I just... Why is this pit here? Okay, not that. I'm thinking maybe I could use those guys to jump upward, but there's a sprite killer there, which makes sense. It's weird, I didn't see anything suspicious yet. Probably should have looked into the first half of the level more. Much more traditional to put it there. Okay, dumb idea. No. Can't swim under the level, but I think I see something over there. Something so very weird about just, like, going through the Wiggler. Okay. Can I climb on the sign? No, I thought maybe up there. Huh. Maybe this is a hint? I have 2 options. I have many options. I just haven't considered them all yet. How are my stocks? They all good, they all went up. What about my options? Well, you can get up or stay in bed. Oh, I think I'll get up. Like... Eh? Oh, there's just an intelligent layer of blocks up there. That's not enough pipe. Pro tip for when making Kaizo things, and other things in general, make sure people cannot go above the top of the level by using a line of blocks. You know what? Dagnabbit, I think I actually see it. I bet there's a mushroom in that box. And if I get the mushroom, then I can go through the pipe. Because so far this has been a relatively kind Kaizo level. Well, Kaizo hack. Okay, maybe I'm wrong. I think it comes out just enough such that this might be possible. What, did you figure it out, Fries? Oh, it's probably up there, isn't it? There's the... Yeah, okay. Look, sometimes we can't be brilliant all the time. Yeah. Pretty sure the piranha is a block? Probably. Probably. Oh, man. Okay. Per usual, I don't want to use these until I have to. Probably already hosed because of that hesitation. Wait, I wasn't. That was basically a one-shot. I'll take that. I became brilliant. Thanks to the GG. GG's. Daizo Project replace a cyborg Yoshi? Possibly? I've played a lot of weird things from Daizo and others over the years. Daizo and Friends. Eh? Okay. Like, I don't remember it being a cyborg. I played one where you have a demonic Yoshi. I don't remember it was a cyborg Yoshi. That was their Daizo and Jamie's Maggle level. One of the Maggle levels. Pretty sure they've each done more than one. Oh, those are Munchers. It was for Talkhouse? Yeah, that would be it. I don't think it was a cyborg. I think he was a demon. I'm pretty sure the first thing that happens at the very beginning of the game is you summon him. But yeah, I've played that. I tested it, in fact. I don't have a lot of testing credits, but I have them in a few Daizo hacks and levels. And Jamie ones, too. What was it called again? I can actually look that up almost instantly. Summoned. It was called Summoned. Here was the description for the YouTube video. Summoned is the story of a very depressed demon who got summoned to kill some dudes and stuff. If you like lore and comedy in your ROM hacks, this is one you should try. I was missing one secret. What's up, Babe Lincoln? It turns out that having a very organized YouTube channel makes this sort of thing occasionally easy to do. I've been meaning to build a better index of it, because the YouTube search isn't always exactly what I want, but the stuff I've looked into for indexing it myself is kind of a pain. What I really want is to be able to pull all of the playlists a given video is in. Unfortunately, that particular edge is not available from the YouTube API, so best I can do is pull all of my playlists, which is close to what I want. There are most everything that I have on there is in a playlist or two. So that would cover most of the interesting stuff anyway. But it's not exactly the solution I want, so I've been considering other options. Also, I've been lazy and haven't finished coding it squat recently. Still need to finish some stuff for Metroid. Fistbit had a really good idea yesterday that is probably worth pursuing. Yeah. Want to play it next week? Yeah. Yeah, no problem. I've considered playing the MAGA levels, because contests, SMW contests that are outside of SMW Central, have interesting flavor that you don't see in the SMW Central contests. Don't get me wrong, love QLDC, but you get some really out there stuff when you decide to pick up a Fortaleza Reznor contest level set. Or I suppose Talk House. I can't think of any other communities that would have, like, random contests. I think there might be some Japanese ones. I'd be curious if the Germans ever do. Nope. I knew I was a cycle late. But anyway... Okay, this time shall be different. You know we're getting back to the moon? In general, or like right now? I don't know if I got lucky or if that didn't happen, but whatever. No Yump, 1 out of 2. Have a legit lunar magic. That would be cool. That would be cool. Yeah, Moonbase should be nice. I mean, the real grand question is what science can you achieve on the moon that could not be achieved elsewhere? It would be cool to get a lunar base eventually working, like Cold Nights is this level. Because understanding exactly what it takes to have something living and having, you know, a large number of people living and working on the moon would definitely be a step towards other planets. Oh, there's a block there. I just didn't see it. I was like, this part was easy. Why is that happening to me? Seeing all these pipes makes me think of... Oh, hey, I got that. Don't know why, but suddenly I'm thinking of I Want to Be the Guy. Nope. See who could summon the most Demon Yoshis while standing on the moon. The moon belongs to America. Do love that ridiculous bit from The Simpsons. Be one of our Astro Men. It's interesting to read like older fiction where there's clearly some groups that definitely think the Russians would have won the space race, and as such, all astronauts are called cosmonauts. China's super secret missile silo on the dark side of the moon. I have that album. I'm pretty sure China didn't have anything to do with it. Of course, we all know there's no dark side of the moon. It's all dark. Catch. Good. Oh, I wouldn't actually... Oh, it's an up pipe. It's a hard to see up pipe. Do not pet the blarg. I want to pet the blarg. See, that's the problem with signs. Like, sometimes I wasn't even thinking about doing it, but now I want to pet it. It's a purple one. It should be safe, right? Anyway. Yeah, one of the other games I've been playing recently is called Shivers. I'm very close to finishing it, I think. I looked up what the total score was, and apparently it's 400,000 and change. And I'm somewhere in the high 300s now. And I just need to finish it. What's up, Jesus Juice? Thank you for the GGs, peeps. This is a very, like, pretty hack. And even the Pokey has a mustache. For some reason, I thought there would be more, like, falling. Butt sliding in this level. There's the butt sliding. Interesting. Oh, oops. Oh! Oh, that was almost a good save. Almost. Not gonna look that good next time I do it. Or that bad, I guess, because I'll jump on the other one earlier. Logo from Nintendo says they have a secret Half-Life 3 up there. I do miss those, like, old internet rumor sites. Like, yeah, you can get General Leo if you do this. You could bring back Eris if you do this. And it'd be, like, something insane, like, play all day on a leap year while standing on the moon. Stuff that nobody could possibly believe. Hey, Moon has a mustache! Aw, I like the heart. Second half? Nope. Nice bite-sized levels. How many exits does it have? 15? That's not much. Should have been a rock by that moon? I suppose it was an option in the clouds. Certainly an option in the clouds. The Mewtwo. Capture missing node, teach its strength, put it move the truck, you'll find an interactable Mewtwo view you can capture. Yeah, those kinds of things. When I found out how you were actually supposed to get Mew, I was very disappointed. It was something like, send your cart to Nintendo and have them send it back? Which, really? Also, imagine being that guy at Nintendo whose entire job is to put Mew onto people's carts. He just sits there with a Game Boy and trades Pokemon over. That's all he does. He, like, walks out of wherever you were, catches a friggin' Rattata, and then trades it over for a Mew. Truck doesn't move, though, and your high scores are messed up. You did it the legit way? Wow. Is that the sequel to Send Your Gets to the Czar? Send your cartridge to Nintendo? It wouldn't be the worst idea. It'd be a very jump team name. Occasionally avoiding the wrath of Nintendo. The eye of Nintendo might be worth it. 2 months later, your best friend stole the card and he's an enemy for life. I understand this very well. The problem with this level is I actually have to pay attention right off the bat, and that's usually when I want to read chat, is the spawn part of the level. And the battery, you'd be surprised. Those batteries are pretty robust. There we go. Ah, a little pipe midway. I like that. Whoops. NES car batteries. Yeah, like I said, like they don't pull that much. And those batteries tend to be pretty good off the shelf, like watch batteries. Had to replace some, yeah. Not all of them, mind, but for 20 odd years, that's not bad. Yeah. Despite having a love of RPGs, I have only ever played, like, one Dragon... I gotta go faster there. Like 30 now? Yeah, exactly. It's only first Dragon Warrior campaign. Yeah, despite loving RPGs, I never got into Dragon Warrior. Like, the only Dragon Warrior games I've played have been the, like, the Dragon Warrior Monster stuff. Which, they're pretty good, but yeah. Like, I don't know. Will never not be jarring to hear boss music in a normal... That was boss music? Huh. How you doing, Aerosoft? Got a speakeasy. Now this is foreboding. Oh look, I got all the things. Oh, those kill you. From Bomberman 64? Ah. I actually played a little bit of Bomberman 64 not too long ago. Biscuit came over and was like, we gotta play a game or something. I'm like, okay, what? So we played Bomberman 64 after looking at Thab's, like, ranking of most of the N64 games. And it's a very weird game. Like, it's a puzzle game where you can't really jump, and you need to gain altitude. Which is just a weird feeling. Alright, well that was good. Is there a moon in every stage and I've just missed most of them? Probably. But yeah, I don't know if I'd want to play that in its extended form. It's an interesting game, but not one I think I'd love. One I'd tolerate. Too many things on my list to do that anyway. Also, this world map continues to be absolutely beautiful. To summarize it, more like a 3D casual Bomberman experience with a Kaizo 100% run. That seems accurate. But, like, I don't love Bomberman in general, like the basic game. And found a lot of ways to blow myself up easily. But yeah, getting all of the things to get out of the level did seem painful. Yeah, okay, that wasn't bad then. But one of those things where I suspect playing it for more than like 30 minutes would probably help with understanding an awful lot of the mechanics and not being annoyed by them. 2. Oh. You need to stop doing that. Really need to stop doing that. Other cool things. Went to a whiskey tasting today, like I did yesterday. There were 2 in a row. This one was also really good. Some tasty stuff. Ardbeg. And I got some nifty swag. I got an umbrella. Like a really ridiculously large umbrella. Like a golf umbrella. I don't know if I'll ever use it, but like, it was pity. I'll be honest, it was pity swag. He did have some other stuff that might have been nice to have, like the Ardbeg nosing glasses are really nice. Keep me safe inside the shell, okay. Oh, whoops, that kind of shell. Put it in the trunk and save yes? Absolutely. Outright diabolical, they made the supposed first level the easiest to beat, but one of the hardest to get all the gold cards in. So much dislike the bomb jumps in 64. Yeah. yeah, it wasn't... I mean, the first level should be the easiest to beat. It kind of has to be, but, like, yeah, you should also make it easy to get for people to get all of the things so they understand the mechanics of the game. That would be the ideal thing to do, but... I think I watched someone speedrun a chunk of that one time. Part of, like, a raid train from GDQ. Do they even still do that? I think I was actually technically part of one of those once. Like, Blue Ribbon raided me or something, and Blue Ribbon had gotten the post-GDQ raid. Or not the immediate, like, post-GDQ, but like 3 or 4 or 5 or 6 or 7 in. Something like that. Which is really cool. Why am I doing this? It's not a hard jump. Just to get more practice doing that. The letting go... Need to throw it less. There we go, he rebonked. Ah. How's this gonna help? That certainly helped, yeah. Didn't expect that. It's a shorter hack than I thought it might have been. Or maybe I've just gotten better at Kaizo over time. It's very possible. Funniest things for the longest time, you thought you'd beaten the game fully, and the cards were just extra collectible, and they showed a place in the credits you hadn't been anywhere else in the game. And you go, where is that? Years later, you never get all the cards, and yeah, whole new world. Yeah, Fistbit warned me about that part of it, which is a lot. Vacuum cleaner. Huh. Oh, looks familiar. Wait a second. Huh. He no longer has a mustache. I have a bad feeling about this. But never mind, I don't. I have approximately the same feeling I had a few minutes ago. But I'm pretty sure I'm going to have to fight a mustache. Yeah, I always kind of hate the, like, you have to beat the game, or like, get 100% to get to the last, like, thing. And of course, it's even worse if, like, the last thing is not very good. What's up, Swunch? Thank you for the good luck. Like, you 100% Mario, 100% one of the Sonic Adventure games, and you get to play the Green Hill Zone, which, honestly, kind of sucks. Like, it's not a very fun thing. Why would you realize it was going to go upward? Adventure 2, thank you. Like, it's cool to see it rendered in 3D, but for the amount of work, it is not a very good reward. I think Sonic Adventure 1, if you got all the emblems, you got to play as Super Sonic in some other levels, which, again, not an amazing reward. It's kind of neat, and I'm glad that, like, it's not a main part of the game where, like, oh no, you didn't 100%. Well, now you don't get to see any part of the true ending. But, like... The only reason I ever saw it was because the Dreamcast allowed for dial-up, and we had dial-up at the time, and so I used our dial-up to go to Game FAQs and get a clear save so I could go see it. This was a thing you would do back in the day. I imagine I could do it now with a little bit of elbow grease. I've got enough of the parts around for such a thing. I do think I need, like, a modem adapter either for... Or I need a modem. I think I need to get a modem. I need to get a modem, yeah. I don't have one for Windows 98. I need a Windows 98 modem. It'd be the preferred way of doing it. The key thing about modems is they really are just fancy serial ports when you get down to it. And so it's not that hard to pretend to be something it's not. Now, there's also the problem, of course, that given that the last time they updated the web browser that's on the Dreamcast was circa the year 2000, it no longer supports any of the SSL cryptography types. So you either have to have an SSL shedding proxy, which I've tried a few times. The last one I found I didn't like. I really should set it up again so I can do some more Windows 98 web surfing. The one I found was a little too finicky for me. And honestly, on Windows 98, most of the websites I want to visit don't have this problem, or at least didn't until recently, that they only supported HTTPS. Though recently one of the Sierra websites has now set up HTTPS forever, which is annoying. I'm bad at that one. And of course, Caverns of Blood and Questing Castle will continue to not require HTTPS for the interminable amount of time, because they wouldn't work otherwise on the Windows 98 computer, and since I like those things, I'm not going to do that. I posted my yearly reminder that Caverns of Blood Games has a working mirror on various social media websites. And of course, whenever I do this, I also search through and see if anyone's mentioned those, and I found a guy who actually had a really interesting, short thread about choose your own adventure games on the internet, which these are kind of that. But mostly in the context of Zelda, which was something I was not aware of. As a kid, if I'd liked Zelda, I probably would have loved those. But I messaged him and said, hey, look, it is in fact back up and running. Because most people who say these things like, oh, I miss these websites, usually like being directly informed that yes, they're back up and working. Dang it. Who surfs the web? You only use Gopher. Bomber 64, the issue was not putting the true ending behind something. It's that how you get that something is the issue, like make you do crazy things at bosses you couldn't know about before, and beating levels within a time limit, especially when you had to get all cards in a single run. Oh, we had to get all cards in a single run. Yeah, that is a bit gross. Surfing the web. Oh, Jesus. You're doing it wrong. Oh, Jesus. WTF. No bookmarks. No plugins. Firefox only. Final destination. Fun fact. YouTube was the one who successfully killed IE6. Oh. I'm bad at ropes. I'm still good about my speed going through here till this level. I mean, minus the... Oh, whoops. Thing. One, two, and... Whoops. Anyway. So I'm thinking about it. Working on clearing my request list. Tomorrow, there will be Pokemons of the Violet variety. I was thinking about my loadout, especially of Pokemons, especially considering I'm going into a poison, not gym, a poison event. I probably want some steel types. I do have a, whatever the pre-evolution of Caparaja is. I got a shiny one of those. There we go. Can't kill a dream. Oh, I'm underwater. Oh no. It's a water tree. Oh, hello. But wants an AK-47? Who needs courage when you can have a gun? Futurama quote, by the way. When they did their whole Wizard of Oz parody. It's funny, I liked that one. I didn't care for the D&D stuff. I found that Bender's game was the weakest of the movies. I think it's one of those cases where the zeitgeist around Lord of the Rings had already been kind of dying down. And so, like, doing a big fantasy parody probably would have been a great idea. Oh, didn't he need to chase that again? At one point, but wasn't quite as good. Want to be a big shot? I do want to be a big shot. okay, that didn't help. I do also need to play Deltarune at some point, but that's not happening. Why did that happen? Alright, well. Do I need to toss it first? That is... I need, like, one more tile of movement. Nope. Oh. Easy enough. Huh? Oh. I'm holding up. Do not hold up. Holding up is my biggest weakness. But yeah. Always something more to be done. The Pokemon one is actually kind of nice, because, like, I can take my Switch with me when I'm traveling and just, like, make that work as a stream thing. Because I do have a capture device that I kind of planned to use on the road. There we go. Now, what now? Foreboding is what's now. Very long amount of foreboding. Mustache. For the week? Okay, fine. I'll try it without first. Is this a Lakitu? No, I don't think it is. Come on down. No, not now. RNG Mustache. Oh, goodness. Yeah, clearly not Lakitu. Hate that happens. You just get to the good part of the music. Okay. Boink. It does actually have a sign. That's... tempting. Can't be that bad. It's a mustache. Oh, okay. Are you gonna come back down? I got lucky with that, by the way. Wasn't ready for it. Oh well. I'm not very good at custom bosses, typically. But at least I'm not playing with wonky Mario 1 gravity. It's the one thing I'm happy about when facing custom bosses. Also, it doesn't seem to be random. Like, as long as I kind of stick to the schedule it's going with, this isn't too bad. Stupid idiot Bowser. Yep. That came out. People played it. Glitchcat played it for a bit. I don't think he beat it. I don't blame him. It was one of those things that was truly not going to be for everybody. And Jamie knew that when he made it. Just how it is with some things. Like, that Bowser, aside from, like, occasionally getting hit in that one frame, wasn't bad. It's the physics that really killed me. Which is why I had to basically, like, no, I'm gonna do this entirely by rote. There was no other way around it. Like, basically, I had to memorize the attack patterns. And I couldn't, like, play it off ear. Basically, try to get as many hits in as I can before I have to play it off ear. which is not great. I think he's about to duck. Oh, I thought he'd come left. Shoot. Okay. Feels so bad when you actually hit by the mustache itself. At least it doesn't have the length of a DKC boss. Like, I love the DKC games, but every time you fight King K. Rool, it takes an hour. Those fights are unnecessarily long. Even if you do them right, it's still like a 15-minute fight, it feels like. Do one thing 3 times. Have him do 3 times the amount of thing every... another one every single time, so a total of 6 every single time. So far, I think this boss is still better than most K. Rools. K. Rools are usually the weakest form in DKC. Which is kind of a shame, because otherwise those games are fantastic. Okay. This mustache be trucking. Nope. 1, 2. Oh. Which thing? I like the Lost World one way better. In all honesty. That one's a gauntlet, but I think it's a much shorter gauntlet, and it's a much more interesting gauntlet. Because typically it's the... you do the same thing 3 times when it comes to King K. Rool. Or, Captain K. Rool. I will admit, the first game, really funny when, like, they do the fake credits. But... still. There we go, I got 2 hits this time. Oh, he's red now. He's gone ginger. Oh, whoa, hello. Okay, cool, that's not dead space. Oh, he goes high now. Lost World Cruel feels like a letdown anticlimactic fight. If they'd switched the 2, I think I would have been happier. But maybe it's the thing where I always got very close to the end, and then had to, like, I died on one of the last shots. And then I was like, well, now I can do all that again. And there's an awful lot of waiting in that fight. Like, a lot of waiting. Two. There's very little waiting in the Lost World one. Dang it! And DKC 3's Bowser. K. Rool, where you have to fight him in the friggin' submarine, just kind of sucks. Like, that one's just not fun. And I think if you lose one of your Kongs, it's basically unbeatable. If I remember right, or maybe there was a trick to it. That didn't hit me? Huh. Or maybe there was a trick to it, but I felt like if you lost Kitty, you were basically hosed. I missed it. Get in the... Why are doors so hard? Need to put the barrels down as Dixie at the right time. But yeah, otherwise you might as well retry. Yep. Yeah, I've beaten that game a couple times. I've never felt the need to do it again. But DKC 2, I'd be happy to go back and play almost any time. It's just got a lot of good surface area to it. The castle over the sub? Yeah, the castle one is better than the sub one, easy. That was a much more fun fight. But I think DKC 3 is still the weakest entry in the entire series. I mean, I haven't played any of the new ones, so I don't know if those are as good or bad or whatever. But... it is what it is. DKC 1 is weaker? DKC 1 has less, like, stuff. And in general, like, the bonus game stuff is weaker, but I find, like, the collectathon aspect of DKC 3 to be much less enticing. And the bosses in DKC 3 are bizarre. Like, oftentimes I feel like a dick for like, defeating them. Like, the crab in the waterfall, like, or the spider, like, there was no reason for us to go menace these guys. They were just hanging around doing nothing. We literally steal, like, the spider's bandages. Why? I mean, we need them to fix a boat. Yeah, sure, okay, that's reason enough from a video game perspective. But, like, as a protagonist, I feel like we could easily get a bandage some other way. We didn't need to go steal it from some dude. It's a bandage. Ow. So much it feels the same. There's not as many unique gimmicks. Like, DKC 2 leaned into a lot of unique gimmicks. And the collectathon stuff in DKC 2 is really good. Between the, you need to find all of the secrets, you need to find, or all the secret bonus areas. You need to find all the the DK coins. DK 1 doesn't have quite as much of that, which is, you know, not as much fun. And the bonus rooms are not as much fun either. Because usually all you get out of it is some bananas. Or an extra life or two, which is not as exciting. And much more difficult to track. Dang it. What? Damn mustache. Biggest thing you can remember most levels is memorable due to their gimmicky nature. Sometimes the gimmicks work against them. Like the Thunder level was kind of cool, but then you end up with like the Bees level, which was lame. Then you got animal levels that are really not fun. Like the elephant level was kind of weird. Also, they replaced Rambi with an elephant who is afraid of mice. Like, cartoonishly afraid of mice. And Rambi was awesome. Rambi did not deserve to go out like that. And there was an awful lot... also, on top of that, like, I really hated the coin guardians. Like, every level had to have a coin guardian instead of having unique ways of hiding the coins. You end up with, like, let's reflect barrel puzzles, most of which aren't interesting. Or you have one shot at because you had to bring one of those, like, bonus banana birds there. Or the banana bird RNG levels, which were also not fun. It's also just a lot weaker theming. Like, the pirates thing was a lot more fun. Remember the bad ones like Oil Station? Oil Barrel Panic or something, where you can only see when... Or no, wait. That's not that one. There's one where like you have to wait for the barrels to calm down. There's a few interesting gimmick levels. They've got like a couple auto-scrollers that are kind of painful. I ran at that. I'm not a smart man. Blackout Basement. Yeah, Blackout Basement wasn't great, but again, I don't like any level that really plays with that gimmick. And really the ones where like you have the ability to see thanks to the bird are a little bit better, but are very painful to look at. Like that was always something I didn't look forward to while playing DKC 2 was that underwater level. We have the light fish. And it just makes the screen it makes the whole thing flash. And I'm playing on a projector, it lights up the room. Basically, I would play that level such that I try to avoid ever turning around. I really like the animal bonus things. Like the snake one was a lot of fun. The fish one was kind of fun. Rambies can kind of take her leave. The ostriches was fun. Oh, snake wasn't until 2, was it? What was the other animal? They had the ostrich, they had the rhino, and then they had the fish. Frog, thank you. I think there was like a code you could type in and you could just practice the bonus stages. We had a lot of fun doing that. Like, it wasn't Game Genie. I didn't have a Game Genie. I'm pretty sure it was like a button code you could type in. Or a sound test code. People like used to like hiding things in sound tests. At least Rambi came back and returns and Tropical Freeze better than ever. Oh, good to hear. How you doing, Jamie? We were talking about Summoned earlier. which was fun. How's the Sonic Racing going? I saw the roster for the Sonic Racing game, and I'm now more confused than ever. It's got Minecraft. It's got Hatsune Miku. Sega just doesn't really have properties. It has Yakuza. It doesn't have Football Manager. Football Manager was my favorite from the other one, but I never played the game anyway, so it's kind of a limited type of favorite. Mostly positively. Sonic games did a bunch of stuff on soundtracks. Yeah, when Smash, yeah. Nights is coming? As in Nights into Dreams? Well, I guess they could probably get away with that now that the Nights into Dreams dude is no longer, like, working with Sega. And not in jail. And is in jail, I suppose. Balan Wonderworld. It sure was a game that existed. That everyone forgot about 5 minutes after it came out, because it wasn't very good. It's like Mario... it's like Mario Wonder if it was just bad. Got that. There we go. We've reached Red Mustache. Dagnabbit. Also never forgot Balan. You want to stream it? It does look bad. It looks amusingly bad. Not good bad. Like, I watched the Donkey video, and, like, an awful lot of the powers are just bad ideas. Like, Box Fox. You randomly turn into a box, and you can't control it. That sounds great. Why wouldn't I want to be an indestructible box randomly? Or was it Iron Apollo? Like, the world's slowest rocket? Oh, yeah, and the ability to go through, like... through very thin walls, but only some of them. And only from the right direction. Just not compelling. Bump. Alright. Why me? Okay, hole and jaw slowly closing. Oh, nice. Bit tender, which you assume is a good thing. I hope so. Having feeling there is a good thing. I'm glad to hear it's sealing up. Dental work sucks. It's necessary, but it sucks. That behaves differently. Why does it behave differently? That's like one of those I almost never managed to get. The first few bounces on this guy is really easy, but the ones after the second phase begins are really hard for me for some reason. I don't know why. Like, the behavior is marginally different. Not difficult, but marginally different. Okay, and a few more fire spitters. And he should be... Yep, there we go. I'm in the wrong spot. Almost in the wrong spot. Drift in, drift out. It's always the custom bosses. I'm so bad at them. Of course, I could go get the mushroom. I really actually wonder how many more hits after that you have to do. Flop, flop, flop. Then we do this. Then we do that. This. Then we do that. Then we wait a little bit longer. That worked out okay. Ah, it's too late. Thump. Do the jump. Or do the jump half. Juked the wrong way. Stupid mustache man. Anyway. Finally did build out the rest of that script that does the time adjustment stuff, and I'm actually really happy with it. The only real issue I have presently is I chose one type of quote, and I don't know if I can easily switch it to the other type of quote without causing me problems. But if I want to throw it into JSON files, I need to switch to the other type of quote. And since I use JSON files for an awful lot of things, because it's convenient, but then you have to do that. Observed so far in your life that a thing that a lot of people have trouble with in video games is often boss fights. Have you seen people not liking boss fights? I don't love them that much in general. They can be fun. In RPGs, I find them more interesting because typically boss fights, unlike regular fights, aren't throwaway and usually have like interesting things going on where you need to keep track of something. For platformer boss fights, it's usually just a battle of attrition and memorization for me. Like this one, I just can't seem to get him to be in the place I need him to be to hit him on certain cycles, which leads to much longer cycles because of this. Of course, I could ameliorate an awful lot of this just by grabbing the... Why'd I do that? The For the Weak mushroom. The other interesting thing about boss fights, especially final boss fights, is they're often the least seen part of the game. So it's kind of a question of, is it worth it to put that much effort into something that a very small percentage of people will see? The MIT Mystery Hunt has a similar problem where the final runaround might be interesting. It might be worth putting a lot of time and effort into. But then if only, like, 2 teams ever see it, then it's not really been a worthwhile endeavor. Which is why a number of years they decide to, like, either run people through it after the fact or keep it open after people win, provided there's time and manpower willing to do so. But, like, they had a very elaborate end game in, what, 2004-ish? That had an awful lot of, like, bits and pieces you had to collect from the various time periods you were in, because it was a Time Bandits-based theme, based hunt, so on. But, like, only one team saw it, and they were dragged through it because of the fact that they were running way late. I think that hunt finished, like, 6 a.m. Monday. Most people agree that hunts should end by 6 p.m. Sunday. Ending Saturday morning is a little bit too early, but everyone kind of wants a Sunday afternoon finish. And usually, if they are going to keep it open, Sunday at 6 is usually the point at which they call it. They say, okay, yeah, I know we're closing. That's when we are closing and doing things. And of course, sometimes they'll like let you do more, or they'll say, okay, well, if you can bring enough people, we'll let you do the runaround. Like I think we did the runaround for Inside Out really late. But basically we managed to get ourselves through the last bit of it. Someone elsewhere I think, solved the Catan meta, and then we solved the hacking meta by making it a Hamiltonian path and reading out stuff. But by the time we finished that, it was already like incredibly late. Oh, it's the red mustache. I just noticed. I have some control over where that's placed. I could do that on the very edge of the screen. That might be smarter. That's how I died last time I got past the red mustache. Because my natural instinct on hearing those beeps is to jump at the right time as opposed to pay attention to where it is on the screen. which is bad for me. Anyway, the funny thing that this all led into, eventually, was the Hell Hunt a few years later. 2008, 2007. But basically there was no endgame runaround that year. How is it always on top of me? Basically, after you finished everything you had to do, and there was a mid-hunt runaround you had to do, which was fun. I went on that one. Runarounds are fun. I don't do them as much as I should at the hunt. I did one this year, which was pretty fun. Or was it last year? Yeah, it doesn't matter. But basically, that one, you had two groups of people. Basically, one guy, you had a few different roles, but basically, one person had like headphones on and wasn't supposed to listen to the rest of us, and was supposed to do stuff. And then would need to pay attention to the things he was doing as we kind of went along the corridors, which was interesting. Okay. This time shall be different. See? It was different. I paid attention. Briefly. Anyway, the Hell Hunt was funny, like I said, because there was no runaround. Basically, the entire purpose of that was to eventually construct a big ol' snowball, which was a dodecahedron, I believe, from pieces we had gotten from solving other metas. And you needed to match things up correctly by... No, you built it out of seals. That was it. It wasn't a dodecahedron. Because you only had one seal per thing. I think there was 9 of them. How did that work? Either way, you made basically a big old jigsaw puzzle out of some certificates that we got as we completed metas. The premise of the Hell Hunt being that the initial premise was how to win the mystery hunt in like 5 easy puzzles. Which of course was the fake out round, because all of those were actually fairly easy, giving locations at MIT. And then basically what you did for the quote-unquote meta was notice that there was a spot between everything, which was the pool. And that pool was where the... I should keep going. Where you met the devil, and he's like, oh, we got your soul. You sold your soul for this penny. Ha, 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 ha. Which happens far more often than I care to admit in puzzle events. And then the real hunt began, and you had all of the rounds based upon the 7 deadly sins. I think 7 deadly sins and other stuff, too. Like, it was very specific, like, hellish techniques, like how to succeed in business and other things. The last puzzle for that particular hunt was really painful. It involved an obscure thing I'd never seen. Well, obscure is relative. It depends upon who what you do in life. But basically, there's a Senate seating chart that's based upon seniority and not entirely based upon clustering up together states. And there were some ambiguities in our data that we had to suss out. Dagnabbit. But it was eventually solved, and we were one of the teams that completed. And of course, because some other team had already beaten us to it, we did not actually get anything. And that's fine. You don't beat it, you don't get the coin. It happens. The Codex hasn't won since like 2010 or something. Probably unlikely to do so unless Small Llama Malls rejoins us, which seems doubtful at this point. I do miss some of the people off that team. But that's the thing that happens after a team wins, is there's usually some amount of fracturing. People want to make their own team, or don't want to have any chance of winning, or want to play on a smaller team just because smaller teams can be more fun. You'll see more of the hunt and stuff. Why did I jump? Anyway. It is kind of fascinating to see how those puzzles have evolved over time, especially as people are using computers more to solve problems. I do wonder what the effect of AI on puzzle hunts is going to be in the long term. Because an awful lot of it is, in fact, things that AIs are not bad at. Pattern recognition. Noticing that things of a bunch of different things belong in a specific set. Doesn't make me a happy camper, of course, but I do feel the same way about logic puzzles. Like, I'd solve a logic puzzle by throwing a constraint solver at it before, generally speaking, I would throw myself at it as a constraint solver. There isn't a... Is there a... I must be missing the tell when it's going to drop in red mushroom mode, because I'm not in red mustache mode. Like, there's a small tell when he's going to drop in the other mode. Oh, excuse me. Oh. Man, I need, like, just eat salad for a couple days, I think. I have not ate well for a little while. A little bit of heartburn, too, which is never a good sign. I don't generally get heartburn, either. Like, it's a very rare thing for me. Mostly because I know it gives me heartburn, and I don't do those things. Which is usually pretty easy. Like, typically, it's only if I consume a lot of sugar I'll get heartburn. So I don't. Like, I have to eat a lot of cookies and or drink a lot of lemonade, and then I'm like, well, then I just won't do those things. It's pretty easy. It's unfortunate the other stuff that hurts me physically are things I actually do enjoy doing more of, like eating spicy food. I had 1 friggin' pepper today. I mean, like 3 maybe. And shisos, which aren't supposed to be hot, typically. But I gambled and got the wrong pepper. Okay, red mustache. No! But anyway, there was actually a Mario Maker puzzle in one of the mystery hunts not too long ago. Basically, it was a here's a Mario Maker, or maybe a set of Mario Maker level IDs, and you had to beat them. And of course, and there had to be a puzzle element. And so in each one, there was a hidden letter and a hidden sprite. And basically, what you were doing was building a small cryptogram out of it. And then we had to find an ordering, which I don't know if we did. I think I just ended up throwing it into T. Because sometimes I'm lazy that way. Again, technology versus doing the work. Going through this so quickly till we got to the boss. Two. 1, 2. I feel like sometimes this boss can be really fast, and other times it is. Oh, I got that one? Oh, I didn't expect that. Like, sometimes it lands frequently, and other times it just, like, waits a whole minute before it lands, and I don't think I understand the criteria. Anyway. What was funny is that people who were trying to solve it who weren't Mario people were like, what's up with all these C's in the level? I'm like, those aren't C's, those are indications you're supposed to do something. Like, this is standard Kaizo notation, you just don't know it because you don't Kaizo. It makes me wonder, actually, if the person who made the level is like an SMW person. I've definitely met some people, or seen some people on Twitch who have built mystery hunt levels, or mystery hunt puzzles. When I was playing Recursed, because the mystery hunt had, like, just happened probably a couple of years ago. I was talking about a specific puzzle about, like, oh yeah, this puzzle was really cool. Basically, You had to figure out the path length for this thing that turned out to functionally be, like, an adder. Maker, because it was Maker! Like I said! Like, people just didn't know that the C meant, like, throw a shell here or something, and thought this was a really important thing. But yeah, it turns out that there was a guy in chat watching who had played Recursed and had made that puzzle. And that puzzle was cute. It was a puzzle script puzzle. And your goal was to get to the end. Until you realized you could kind of cheat your way to the end or walk your way to the end. But it wouldn't help you. The nice thing about puzzle script is you can view the source and see what's going on. Puzzle script has a very simple kind of language to it. And you can use puzzle script in other games. Like, it's actually a cute way of, like, doing... like, if I was going to make a Sokoban game, I probably would, like, do some testing for it in puzzle script. Like, test out my ideas in puzzle script first before, like, going and putting in the effort to make an actual game. And then just parse out puzzle script maps. For my, like, level design stuff, because it's just easier. Like, it's not good or bad, it's just pretty adequate. But yeah, if you cheated your way to the end, it would, like, tell you, okay, well, now what you're really looking for is the path length, the minimal path length, which turned into a math problem, because each of those melt up of a bunch of equivalent cells. Each one was very much the same, but as a flip-flop, either you'd push a block one way or the other. You didn't have a choice. You had to do the opposite of what current state it was in, which would set it into the other state, hence a flip-flop. So, then it becomes a math problem. By calculating how far you can go, how many steps it takes to solve the flip-flops each time. And it was basically a counter, a binary counter of sorts when you really looked at it. So you'd always carry the value into the next one, which was the tricky bit. And so you had to add in a few constants, but mostly it was just doing some relatively nice analysis. And then upon submitting the answer, the shortest path to solve this, you got back an answer saying, make another puzzle script level that has this property of being at least this long to beat. But it had to fit within a certain small constraint, so they didn't have to spend that much time analyzing it. So, a really cute idea. Like I said, cool whenever, like, you see a maker of a specific, like, class show up in chat. Like, when the person who makes the hack shows up is kind of fun, too. Don't know why I fall for that! I just want to get past Red 2. I was close once, and I have legitimately no idea how many hits this boss is going to take. It takes 4 hits to get him into Red State. Maybe it'll take 4 more. But yeah, there's not a lot of, like, hacker level, like... Depending upon the year, there could be more or fewer video game-based puzzles. And in fact, one year it was literally, like, they made a puzzle that was out of the things they told them not to do while making puzzles. Including no more anime or video game puzzles. Because apparently they had gotten a lot of them. But they've done some cute ones in the past. I think they actually did a Portal. Is that really it? I was only 1 block away from it. I feel like that's the thing that happens to me with bosses a lot, is I'll be 1 hit away and never get back to it. What's up, Kappa? How you doing? Thank you for the GG. Good work. You did it, trophy. You're a winner. But check out the credits. Congratulations! You did the thing! Gee. Oh no, my reward's a cape level. Beautiful, not so dangerous. Created by iamtheratio 2025. Base ROM Pack Races, of course. Overworld by Devizure, that makes a lot of sense. Playtesters, oh god, there's a lot of them. Group 1, Black and Proud, Bonjour Sauce, Nyx Kills Myths, and Super Derek, 906. Second group, Suak, Chaos Brit, Golfin. Third group, Betty Felony, 27, Newgasm, and The Jang. Boss, Final Mustache by Spoons. And then we have a lot of ASM by Eclario, Argus, Beta Logic, Bracky, Bucket of Sloppy Beans. I don't think I've ever read that name before. Glyph the Crafter, Dayro, Steed of the Fourth, Edit, Numbers, Edward, Fernap, Green Hammer Bro, I'm the Ratio. It's weird to credit your own self in the hack, but I guess it makes sense. Ice Guy, Amelia, Kevin, Ladia, Lolcats, LX5, Nathon Napkins, Newgasm, Noel Yoshi, Noobish Noobsicle, P4+2, Roy, Rami, Resider, SJ and Charlie the Cat, Tattletale, Vito Fiella, World Peace, Blocks by Amazing Chest, Amper, Sam, Apollyon, Bucket of Sloppy Beans. I wonder what block that is. Dagon, Duralac, Doge Master, Hammer Brother, I Am the Ratio, Jump Team, Lumponi, Magma Mouse, Mario, and Mike. I'm hiding. Noisu, Roy, SJ Charlie the Cat, Smicton, and of course the Borgy Man. Graphics by Oh Goodness. Andy K, 250. Lenora-kun, Bandit, Bonby, Bonobi, Racky, Brutalpode, Carl, Dan Noodle, Edgar, Eric, Glow, Gamma V, I'm the Ratio. It's still weird to credit yourself multiple times, but it makes sense, I guess. Copejo, Modern Kiwi, Precision, Super Sledge Bro, The Digital Andrew, Wavy, and Willowthorpe. That name's hard. Mustaches, I Have the Ratio, and Cup Ojo on Twitch. Music, Aron, Apple, Blind Devil, Brick Block, Buster Beetle, Composer, Diza Devon, Dispace, Fire, 150, Gamer, 77, Hooded Edge, iCrawfish, Amelia, Izuna, Kevin, Maxodex, Megan, Omega Nerd, misparse that, 41, or 14, Mercury Penny, Pinko Peach, Quantum, Samantha, Seg, Siamese Twins, TOs, Ultima, Sunshine Type Turnover, ported by Marco Fajay. And yet there's more. Sprites by A Lot of Numbers and Yoshi, Anonymous, X, Blind Devil, Bucket of Sloppy Beans. I can look up this Bucket of Sloppy Beans guy. His name's showing up everywhere now, and I hadn't seen it before this moment. It's weird to me. I'm usually familiar with people who show up in credits. Darlac, Davro, Steed of the Fourth, Eric, Snow, Eternity Lava, Hits for free. Oh, Hit Me for free. I Am the Ratio, Ice Guy, Amelia, Ixtib, James, Kaizo Man, Kevin, Coopster, Mandu, Mark Alarm, Nargazul, Real Link, Rami, Russian Man, Schwa. Schwa's a fun word to say. Smukdan, Spoons, Soniku, Yoshi Cookie Zeus. See, Yoshi Cookie Zeus, still a fun name to say. Art. Thank you for playing. Speedruns? No. Golden Mustache. Ooh. Can I collect you? No, I can't. Alright, well, that was fun. It's a nice sunset, too. But since there are not going to be any speedruns, I just have to break your heart. Nothing else can be done here. It just has to happen. Probably that user. Oh, hey, Max. I will take a look at that in a moment. So I was surprised. It's just not a name I'm familiar with. After I'm done breaking this heart. There we go. We'll keep the other heart. We'll keep one heart alive. Alright, let's take a look at this. This user. Ah, I see. I see what happened there. That's weird. I think I'm more familiar with Bucket of Wet Socks. Who hasn't made any hacks. Fascinating. Huh. Op's Great Adventure. There are no Kaizo blocks. Always a good sign. Anyway, that was fun. That was more or less what I was hoping for. Something kind of quick and easy-ish if it wasn't for the final boss. But it was a very pretty game. A very cool game, and I enjoyed it. So I think I'm gonna head out there.